Let's see here. Where's my other? How I look, turning up and leaving all my pictures out. How I look. Where is Instagram? Back into the bank. How I look as a brand. Hello guys, just come on in. What are we talking about today? Free marketing. We're going to talk about some free marketing without spending a dime. We're also going to talk about paid marketing as well. Okay. So, guys, in this industry as a specimen collector, you will need to market your business. There's no way around this, guys. there's no way around this. There's no way around the struggle. No, you can't skip it. You can't skip it, right? So this is something that you will have to do. So this live is dedicated to those that are ready to try something different, ready to build something of their own. This live is dedicated for those that are sick and tired of robbing Peter to pay Paul. If you are waking up every day and you have been for the past 15, 20 years, clocking in, building someone else's dream, and you don't feel like you are getting what you are worth, this live is for you, right? But guys, this industry is not a fly by night thing, right? When you get certified as a specimen collector, you have literally made yourself recession proof, because this industry requires and it's mandated by law for certain industries to get tested. It's federally mandated. And because of these industries, that is federally mandated by law to get tested, guys. This is what makes you recession proof. I don't know where you are right now. If you can look out the window, if you got ears, if you can hear a truck on the road, a train on the track, a plane in the air, a school bus, a public transportation, right? This is what makes this industry recession proof. This is what makes you bankable. Hello. Okay. So, anyone that drives a big truck, anybody in these industries, let's just say transportation, period. Anybody that has a CDL license, is that you, Anissa? No, they fall under DOT, Department of Transportation. Thank you for the badge. Okay. So that means that they have to get tested. I need y'all to listen to me because I don't want this to go over your head. Okay. When you get certified, this is what you need to tell yourself. This is what you need to tell yourself now. Anytime a company that's within this industry is expanding for pre-employment, you are needed. Anytime there's a random test, you are needed. Hello? Reasonable suspicion, you are needed. Post-accident, you are needed. Return to duty, you are needed. Follow-up, you are needed. And guess what? Quarterly, every 3 months, you are needed in this industry. So anytime you see a truck on the road, cha-ching. Hey, Tanisha, get on my line, girl. Anytime you see a truck on the road, you need to be like, cha-ching, period. Anytime you hear a plane in the air, cha-ching. And listen, let me go ahead and say this right quick for a lot of people that be like, a plane, why would they call me? Listen, one of my students was a first responder for a helicopter crash. Hello? Listen, she was a first responder for a helicopter crash. Hello? Okay? And what did they do? When the plane went down, thank God everybody was safe. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. There was no fatalities. Okay? They contacted her because what did they do? They went on Google and they pulled up testing near me. That's what they pulled up. Specimen collect. Listen, urine tested near me, screening near me. I got to be careful with the words over here because AI think I'm trying to push something. I'm not in that field, AI. They're looking for whoever is available. So you have to get out of your feelings and stop entertaining those thoughts that you are not needed for whatever reason. Okay, I don't know, whatever reason you get in your head, that's not true. Because this industry is untapped. It's a high paying skill and it's untapped. Some of you have probably never even heard of this before, right? It's an untapped market. Okay, your certification is valid in all 50 states for 5 years. How much do you make after certification? So I'm glad you asked that question. When you get certified, I'm just letting you know what you want to do is, of course, you're going to do research in your market research, right, in your area to find out what other people are charging in your area for DOT and non-DOT testing. This is your business, Kathy. You can charge whatever you want to charge, right? And because you have something to sell, for sale, of service, and something to offer to a business, hello, you can run up a bag. Meaning, now that you have a product for sale, a product to service, right? Say for instance, okay, you're like, damn, my back up against the wall right now, man, and I really need to get my hustle on real quick. So instead of me charging $125 plus for DOT testing, I'm gonna run a special and I'm gonna do it for $60. Now I'm getting my calculator now. Did my baby take my calculator? Let me pull it up on my laptop. Hold on 1 second. Let's do some math here. Okay, now don't forget, when you get certified and when you get set up with the lab, you're going to send all of your specimens to the lab, Kathy. Okay, so we're linked up with the lab. We're partnered with the lab. They listen, they don't love us where they just want us to make money and they ain't making none. So we do pay the lab for the analysis 1111. Provision. Okay, so we do we do pay the lab for the analysis. Okay, so you be like, you know what? I want to get my hustle on real quick. So first of all, how you gonna get your hustle on? Because first of all, you need to see what your profit is gonna be. Okay, so if you say that you pay the lab, Tanisha, how much do you pay your lab? Because each lab is different. I have a student that pays 7, 12, I think I pay 16, you 18, 22, 28. It just depends. So let's use Tanisha. Are you still on here, Tanisha? How much do you pay your lab for your analysis? And you don't have to put your lab out here. Just let us know. Anyway, because I just want to show y'all like real, some numbers out here. And look, and I like to use my students as examples, right? Testimonials, because for some reason people out here think I'm just supposed to make money, which I do. But they look at me like, oh, that's just what she do. She gonna make money and can't nobody else make it. I can't do what she do. This is available for everybody. Okay, available for everybody. Anyway, we're just gonna say if you were paying the lab, let's say $18. Okay, so you be like, you know what? I want to get my hustle on right quick. Instead of me charging $125 for DOT collections, I'm gonna charge $75 minus the $18 I have to pay the lab. So $57. Okay, $57. You like, listen, in 30 days. I need to make X amount of dollars. Say if you're trying to make $1,000 in the next 30 days or 2,000. Look, because some people need to pay their rent. Dude, you ain't got to worry about catching a dog, baby. You got to worry about a dog catching your ass, right? So you trying to get your hustle on, okay? So you know what? Okay, I'm going to make a $57 profit. And if I do, let's just say 30 collections in 30 collections in a 30-day time span, which, listen, you can do way more than that, but I'm just saying that's 1710, okay? Because you paid the lab and you done got your hustle on, right? You done got your hustle on, okay? You done got your hustle on, right? So that's you saying what you want to charge, because this is your business. You have some people that may charge 30, some people that may charge 60, some people that may charge 125, some people that may charge 250, right? It depends on you. What you guys have to realize in this industry is that you are dealing with companies, industries, okay? Tanisha, how much you pay for your lab? You're dealing with companies, multi-million-dollar companies. And to companies, guys, businesses, time is money. And they don't care about that little change. Listen, they do not care about that little change. Hello? Please. They don't care about that little change. Let me see. That's what we're doing, Brandon. What do you mean? I'm trying to figure out, how do people think any company is out here running right now? Right, through knowledge and understanding, a man creates wealth. So this is why people go to school. This is why people go and get degrees. But even when they go get their degree, guess what? They don't show them skin in the game. They still have to go and get experience. Hello. So I'm trying to figure out, what is your point? What is your point? The issue, I don't even touch on that anyway. Through knowledge and understanding, a man creates. Anyway, let's get through going. So if you have a company, you got lab A and you got lab B. Lab A, please do. Can y'all see the flyer? Read the flyer while I explain this. Okay. You got lab A and you got lab B. Lab A charges $75 for DOT collection. Okay. Lab B charges Lab A $75, wait time 4 hours. Lab B $175, wait time 30 minutes. Which one do you think that business is going to go with? Come on, come in below. I need to see if y'all are here and if you're understanding. Lab A or Lab B, 4-hour wait time or 30-minute wait time? 75 or 175? Come on, come in below. Which one you think the company is gonna go with? Which one? And then, okay, she said the company gonna go with 75 with a 4-hour wait time. Who else? 75. Who else? You got a 4-hour wait time for $75 and you got a 30-minute wait time for $175. As a business, the business is going to go with the shorter time, which is a 30-minute wait time. They don't care none about that little $100. They don't care. So this is why we do these lives so we can understand, right? Listen, how many ladies on here go and get their hair braided? How many? When I go get my hair braided, guys, I'll pay an extra $150. Hell, I didn't even pay the extra $200 to get 4 people on my head to get out of there. Hello, hey Henry. Henry said 175 over here. We on all social media platforms, right? So let me highlight your comment. Right? If I'm going to get my hair braided, listen, because time is money for me too. I got to go. I ain't got time to sit up here all day. I got to go. It's the same thing with businesses, guys. They don't care about that little change. Consumers care about that little change. Hello, consumers will sit and stand in line for 12 hours to save $100 on a TV. They do it every year for Black Friday. Hello, consumers stand in line and waste hours of their time to go and spend damn money. This is what consumers do. Businesses spend more money so they can go and make money because time is money. Hello, this is what businesses do. Me as a woman in business, hello, I delegate responsibilities to people. I ain't got time to be sitting around here doing everything. I'm not gonna do that because I got things I need to do. I can't do everything. Everybody got a job, and I got things I need to do. So I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna pay her. I'm gonna pay him. I'm gonna pay them to do this. I ain't got time to do that. I could be focusing on something else. It takes money to make money, and I need my time. Time is the most valuable, precious asset that you have. Is your time, because you can't get it back. So when you're dealing with these companies, like when my student got that call in the middle of the night to do a helicopter crash, she could have very well charged them about $6,000, and they would have paid it. Do you hear me? They would have paid it. They would have paid that $6,000. She did 3 collections. She made over $1,800 for that. Guys, these companies do not care about that money. This is something that they know happens. This is something they got allocated funds ready for. Okay. They're always expanding. So they mean when they're expanding, that means cha-ching. That's more money for them. And as long as companies are expanding, that's what? More potential for you to what? Get some cha-ching, right? As long as accidents are happening on the road, guess what? Cha-ching. Randoms. Guess what? Another one of my students, she did, and she knew. She just started on the 21st. She already did like 40 collections. She already did 40 collections, but she already ran up a bag. So she did some randoms for a bus company, and this was on a weekend. She did some randoms for a bus company, and one of the people employees, it was time for them to do the collection, right? And she would not do it. She dropped her cup and she left. Want to know why? Because she was hot. So she just quit her job on the spot because of a random testing, right? So randoms can happen anytime. This is what happens in this industry, guys. So you have to be equipped and ready and certified in order to be able to make any type of income in this space. Hello? In this space, you got to be certified. You got to be ready. Because right now, what you're doing, you're just thinking like, okay, so how does this work? How am I gonna make money? Who gonna call me? Wow, everything that you're thinking right now is negative. It's against yourself. It's against you being doing better in the industry, because that's how people think. That's how the mind goes, right? And where the mind goes, the body follows. So that's what you're doing right now. Instead of saying, damn, this makes a lot of sense to me, because I know if trucks stop moving, the world stops. We all know this, right? If trucks stop moving, the world stops, right? Yes, it goes to a halt. Nothing moves if a truck stops moving. Hello? What questions before I move on? Come on now, come on now. Any questions? Because any questions? Like Tanisha, her first time starting her business, she was at City Hall doing 7 collections. Hello, 7 collections. 7 collections, right? 7. Her first day in business, okay? And guys, this goes way beyond transportation. Transportation, we know we got that on lock. Okay, that's something that you can be comfortable with. I'm telling you now, that's something that you can be comfortable with. Like, I know I'm gonna make a bag in transportation because I know it's not going anywhere. So I always know I always know I can get a bag in transportation, no problem. Railroad, bus companies, trucking, airlines, pipeline. I already know that, right? But if you want to look outside of transportation to build your business outside of transportation, which people do all the time, you got construction. Hello, construction companies, guys. You got the general contractors, you got the road and bridge construction, you got the crane operators. They got to get tested. Hello, the people that bust down everything, what they call them? Demolition, or what they call them people? They tear down the whole building. You got utility workers, you got power and gas, water industries. They have to get tested. Everybody in the healthcare industry, they have to get a test. If you should be saying cha-ching, 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 because you got to put yourself in a position where the bag will chase you down. Hospitals, guys, urgent care clinics, they got to get a test. Anybody in the nursing field, CNAs, they got to get a test. Hello? How do we know what documentation is needed? Everything is in the training, CCF form. That's all we're using. that's how we're using CCF form. You have an intake form. Like, the documentation ain't no big deal, but all that is in training. And listen, it's very simplistic. It's not hard, right? You got home health agencies, the dental offices, guys, they got to get tested. Behavioral and mental health clinics, they have to get tested, right? Re-entry programs, treatment centers. One of my students, she got a contract with a treatment center. You'd be like, damn, you would think that they would deal with a larger company. That's in your mind. These people need someone that's going to come by and make things more flexible and convenient for them. This is why the labs partner with us, because the labs are smart. Man, these people smart. Y'all, success leaves clues. I keep telling y'all, Success leaves clues. Why would the lab partner with us? Why they don't view us as competition? Because small-minded people view everybody as competition. That's why insecure people view everybody as competition versus coming together, hello, to dominate. How can we make a bag together? It will we help the lab make money and save money at the same time. Okay. Okay, well, here you go. First of all, employees are a liability. Y'all see every day. Over 300,000 Black women have lost their jobs since July. I think over 180,000 Black men have lost their jobs since July. Hello. So, first of all, we got what's going on out here in the world with oppression. Hello, you see what they doing. Come on now. Y'all see what's going on. Hello. Anyway, they view employees as a liability. AI is taking over. No one is safe out here when it comes to a job. There's no such thing as job security. These companies could care less if you could feed your children or not. It's all about their bottom dollar. They need more money so they can buy a bigger yacht. Yeah. Put their children in private school. Yeah, buy another house. They can only live in one at a time. But they want 12. They want 12 cars. They can drive one at a time. But they still want 12. Okay, so they got employees on their clock. They like, damn. They like, damn. How in the world we got these people on our clock and they're not doing nothing. They're not using their unique gifts, skills, creativity to help us get a bag out here, right? They're not. We need somebody that's gonna help us to make money because we're paying them to be here. Paying them by the hour, boom. Giving them insurance, dinner, vision, 401k, which they trying to take away. Social Security, like all of these things. If they get hurt on the job, it's workers' comp. Damn. If we fire them, now there's unemployment. Yeah, listen, they're tired of employees. Okay. So when they link up with us, they understand that they can't be in New York and Chicago at the same time. The labs close at 5 o'clock. They're not open on weekends or holidays. They close. Some of them maybe, I don't know. But they not open on weekends. They closing at 5 o'clock. So they understand, damn, while we're sleeping, we can still make $12 while we sleep. $30 while we sleep. $18 while we're sleeping. Times, hello, 1,000. Times 18,000. Times 20,000 because they're partnering with us. Hello, because we're going to use our unique skills, creativity to go out here and get a bag. Because you, as an employee, you can't pay me to go pass out flyers for you. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do no extra because you're not paying me enough. You ain't paying me but $12, $15, $17, $18. That ain't nothing. I'm not doing it. Right? We not doing it. And y'all know I ain't lying. How many of y'all didn't had to go do some marketing before, but you went to the mall? I did. I love to eat in my car. Baby got me some of these, sat in my car. Ate my food, right? This is what we do, okay? So if the lab is charging or making just a little $18,000 per month, and they have 30,000 partners, hello, the lab is generating $54 million per month. Hello, 54 million. 30,000 partners is nothing, guys. This certification, this is available, valid in all 50 states for 5 years. So we cover the whole United States of America, right? So 30,000 partners is nothing. Every company wants to expand without spending billions of dollars to do so. They don't want the risk. They don't want to have to worry about all that extra. So they partner with us. Yeah, they send us our supplies. We got to pay for supplies. They ship them to us. We do this, we get the collection and ship it back to the lab. We don't even have to pay for that because they send us our FedEx with prepaid postage. We don't even have to pay for that, right? We ain't got to pay for that. Hello. So they understand growth. Hello, they understand partnership. Do you understand it? Success leaves clues. What are you going to do with that information? Anyway, once you get in it, you'll get it. I'm just saying, because there's too many ways out here to get a bag. Too many ways out here to get a bag. Guys, educational. They have to get tested. Anybody in public and private school staffs, they got to get tested. The school bus drivers, that's DOT regulated. They got to get tested. Early childhood centers, they got to get tested. Hello? Youth residential programs, tested. Law enforcement, police, fire department, correctional centers, guys, parole, courthouses. Hello, for court-ordered testing. They got to get a test. Hello? Shall I go on? It's more and more and more and more. I'm just letting you know. Okay? Now, guys, let's talk about marketing right quick, because you got to understand that you ain't gonna make no bread out here if you're not marketing your business. Okay, marketing your business. My student that just got certified on the 21st, she simply put a flyer on Facebook. She wasn't even expecting anything. She was just putting it on Facebook, right? And she got a call. She was out chilling. So she was out chilling, listening to a live band. She get a call to come out and do. Let me see if I got it on here. Let me see. Let me show y'all. Let me see if I can find it. Is it on here or on my other phone? I don't even know, maybe on my other phone. Might be on my other phone. Might be on my other phone, but I did post it to my page, so y'all can probably go and see it on my page. But anyway, I can't remember. She said she did. They called her for 30 tests, but it's on there. I don't want to say the wrong number, but at the end of the day, no, sir, I don't know who you are, so I can't put you on here. At the end of the day, she put herself in a position where a bag can chase her. Okay, so anyway, let's talk about marketing. Guys, this ain't for nobody that don't want to spend no money in their business. Leave. Because I'm not going to lie to you, right? You got a lot of jive turkey instructors out here that lie through their teeth just to sell you something. Just say something. And while I'm talking about that, let me say this. It be so many people, they ask me the question of how much money do I make? I don't talk about how much money I make, because what I make ain't got nothing to do with you. It does not. You see, it's trillionaires out here, billionaires out there. Have that made you decide to boss up and do anything different in your life, right? I come with receipts. I show you what my students are doing. But at the end of the day, I don't go and make the money for them. They put themselves in position so they can make it themselves. I'm offering the product. I'm offering the blueprint. I have the service here so you can come out here and boss up. Also, being as that I offer a service, I'm selling a training, it would be a little bit unethical for me to show you what I'm making, because then you draw to what I'm making and then you sign up for the course. I ain't got to do that. Let me say this real loud and clear for the people in the back. If I got to put you in my business, I don't want your business. Hello? If I got to put you in my business, I don't want your business. And you should be very apprehensive for anybody out here showing you their bank account. Talking to you about how much money they make. I do impact. Go to my testimonials. I let that speak for me. Go to my testimonials. They speak for me. I ain't got to show you a dime. At the end of the day, I could be broke, but that don't take away from what I'm doing, the impact that I'm doing out here. I'm making an impact. That don't take away from the students and the people that I've helped for the past 9 years online get a bag out here. That don't take away from any of that. Well, you got to have faith in your own ability to go out here and make it happen. It don't matter what I got in my bank account, baby. You got people out here like they rich. They sleeping on a damn air mattress. You got people that'll come out here and flex and show you all their cars and their house. They ain't got a damn and lack value. Once you get the course, you're like, what the hell is this? Baby, I know that firsthand when I purchased 3 DNA courses from people that say, I made $600 in 45 minutes. Get the training, no substance, no value. How in the hell I'm gonna make $600 in 45 minutes when I don't even know what the hell I'm doing? Because through knowledge and understanding, a man creates wealth. There was no knowledge. There was no understanding. This is why I created my own DNA course. For knowledge, understand, because how in the hell am I gonna train somebody to make some money if there's no knowledge and understanding? When I know that knowledge, through knowledge and understanding, a man creates wealth. Hello, I was trained to train others. I was trained to duplicate failure. I knew something wasn't right. I sold 8 DNA trainings my first day. I took it down the same day because something's missing. Even though people out here, even though the people that purchased it from me, even though everybody out here that do DNA, They don't know that something's missing because all the training is the same. How the hell am I gonna go out here and make all this money with a 2-minute video? A 2-minute training? That's it? Even though they didn't know something was missing, I knew something was missing. And I don't get down like that. My name to me is better than silver and gold. I ain't showing you my money. What I make ain't none of your damn business. I'm gonna keep telling y'all. Y'all don't even listen. At the end of the day, you want to know y'all ain't even willing. The ones that's asking, you ain't even willing to come out here and do what the hell I do. You ain't even willing to sacrifice what I have sacrificed to get to where I am today. I take 30-day vacations. I take week breaks throughout the month because I have worked so hard. I have sacrificed so much. I have told myself, no, I have released all burdens surrounding my finances so I can stand on the principle of being faithful over a little, to be ruler over much. You ain't willing to do that. You ain't willing to do nothing I have done. Why you want to know what's up in mine? That does nothing for you. What you gonna put up in yours? Hello? What you gonna put up in your account? I ain't finna come on here and lie to nobody because I ain't got to. I ain't got to chase no dollar, baby. I am money. I'm currency. I keep telling y'all, I am money. Money run me down. Hello? Get your life. Look, impact. Impact. Let's talk about impact. Let's talk about impact. Let's talk about
text message from one of my associates from the bus company. She had 32 people we did testing 18 people. We did about 12 DOT, and the other one was 9 DOT. That was 1586, right? So it was good. I think that money come to my locked in. So for 3 hours of work. 3 hours of work. Happened so fast for you. And I was like, Yolanda was standing on some law, baby, law of faith, law of obedience, law of seed and harvest. Listen, she was marketing. Like, that's the type of energy that you gotta have out here. The money is out here. That was easy $1,500 for 3 hours of work. Right. What do you think of that? All it takes is a yes. Mm-hmm. You say yes, God do the rest. My money was funny, but I'm like, God, you gotta make a way. We did just that. I'm thankful, I'm grateful. Yeah, I get on the boat. You try to work above the people, want to work for yourself. And I was saying it, I don't sell courses, I create winners. Period. Winners. Period. Period. Point blank. Listen, she's so awesome.
Listen, I can sit up here and play testimony. Listen, I let my work speak for me. I've been doing this too long. It's impossible to be connected to me and not get a bag. You want to know why? My energy is different. Man, listen. My energy is different. The words that come out of my mouth is different. I speak over my students, baby. I speak positivity over my group, over my community. I'm different. I'm not like anybody else because God created me in my own unique way. Your vibe, bring your tribe. You have gifts that you are only uniquely qualified to share with the world. This is why I have to think about, like, damn, I'm that girl for real though. Why is that? Because I'm different. My energy is different, baby. I'm in perfect alignment. Hello, I'm in alignment. My energy is different. You got people out here telling folks that they can't make no money, that they gonna make $10 off of. Who doing that? Who said that you can't get paid before you leave the house? I got students, they offering to pay before they even leave the house. This is what's happening out here, guys. Hello? What stuff at? What stuff at, baby? I can play testimony. Listen.
We're trying to get you paid like
Let me go back.
Like, we're paying you today. We're trying to get you paid like right now. They're trying to pay you before I even got down there. $1,000. Don't tell the doctor. Yes. Okay. Easy. I'm dropping that $1,000 in that thing quick. Let me tell you. Invoice breaking. Wow. I feel all good about that $1,000. When you do, immediately, right? Did I get upon receipt today?
Listen, y'all stop playing with me. Because let me tell y'all something. The reason why you got people, instructors out here that they can't show no test or not, I don't know. I'm just saying, if they out here telling you that you can't make no money, you can only make $10, $20, what the world is going on out here? What? as a person that has a trucking company with my husband, before I even got into this industry, I ain't paid nobody no $10, baby. We pay $125 every time. So what's going on here? I'm different. I move differently. My energy is different. So this is why it's impossible to be connected to me and not get a bag, no matter what opportunity I'm doing, no matter what I'm working on. If I bring somebody along with me, they're gonna get a bag. The only way they don't get one is if they do not want it. Y'all hold your ear. This gonna be a little loud. Y'all ready?
No, for real, Portia, I really appreciate it, girl, because, I mean, last year I was in a really bad place. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what was going on. Like, to even put on this opportunity to invest in myself and spend $50 funky dollars to look at. $50, yes, didn't know if I had the money to spend it, didn't know if I was gonna get any of it back. Like, this is a live testimony of investing in yourself, not knowing where to get the money from, finding the money, and buying a house. Like, I went from selling bags to buying a house. Oh my God, Portia, thank you. I'm about to cry, but I love it. And I appreciate you so much, because without you, none of this would have been possible.
Let's talk about free marketing ways. I'm just saying. Y'all, I'm a real one out here. And I be so modest with the testimonials. Like, I don't be posting all my testimonials, but I have a lot. I have plenty. I'm about impact. Okay, I'm about impact. I don't come out here and stunt in front of nobody. I tell y'all, release all burdens around your finances. If it's pressure, let it go. Ain't nobody got time for all that stunt in fronting. Save your money. Be a good steward. Follow principle. Do the work. You got to market your business, because nobody know you out here. They ain't finna do no business with you. Okay, so Google Business Profile, guys, it shows up in searches for free. Mobile testing, walk-in testing, near me. That's what people are gonna search when they're looking for mobile testing. Hey, D, that's what they're gonna look for. My student that got the call for the helicopter crash, that's what they looked up. She had a Google profile. Hello, guys, Google My Business is free. Hello, Facebook groups. Hello, join re-entry programs, transitional housing, youth organizations, CDL job boards. Guys, this is free marketing. Email outreach, guys, offer compliance audits or reasonable suspicion training to businesses. Hello, you can do cold walk-ins. This is free. Local construction sites, staffing agencies, day labor centers, word of mouth. Tell your friend, family, church, community. Hello. Hello. That's what you're doing. Pay marketing ways, Facebook ads or TikTok boosts. Hello. This is where to add. Google ads, Canva flyers with QR codes, vendor tables, local events. Guys, this is paid marketing. Hello. There's so many ways to go out here and get your bag. Hello. Hello. Are y'all understanding me? Do you send your mocks out to with the collector and instructor package? Today, if you you know what? I'll do that. It's usually they pay for the supplies. But you sign up today, I'll send you the supplies for free. Anybody that signs up today, you get the supplies for free. Y'all, thank you to the young lady that asked the question. There you go. You'll get your supplies for free. Okay, guys. So there's so many ways. Guys, let's talk about the hidden marketing gems. Hello, y'all ready? No gatekeepers. You ready? You want to private companies and programs, private security companies, truck driving schools, CDL training, private construction. I'm whispering. Bail bonds offices, probation officers. Hello, for drug court. Reentry programs and halfway houses. Hello. Private bus companies. Hello. Adult day programs and shelters. Hello. Guys, The bread is out here. But not only that, guys, the impact is out here. Because when you get into the industry, you thinking more like, okay, yeah, I'm finna get in and get a bag. But since there's so many different industries, you mess around and start creating impact. You start impacting people. Because wow, I didn't even realize that the reentry program was like this. Oh my gosh, I have a heart for this. I didn't even know I had a passion for this. I didn't know that this was my purpose. You could just mess around and stumble up on your purpose, right? Because your purpose does not discover you, you discover it. How do you discover your purpose? By moving, saying yes, taking risks, leaping, jumping. Guys, I've had 70 jobs. 70. Hello. And I discovered my purpose and my passion was helping people. So this is why I said people ain't willing that want to know how much money I got in my account. You ain't willing to do the things that I have done to get to where I am. I left $1,000, $2,000 a day. Hello. I left $1,000 to $2,000 a day to start working online, to learn about the online bag. Hello. I left $1,000 to $2,000 a day to $1,200 per week. Oh, did I put this on here? Wait a minute. Let me show y'all. Because I got the proof. Look, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. Let me find it. Then I just take pictures of these. Okay, here they go. Let me send them over here. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. I left that. It didn't make sense to me. Why am I leaving my business to do this online thing? I know nothing about the whole concept of making a bag online. Was so weird to me. It didn't even make sense. You have to realize I come from business to business sales, face to face, over the phone sales, the hardest thing you could do. Over the phone sales, yeah, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. Wait a minute. Okay, here it is. Oh, let me show y'all these impact. Listen, I done helped so many people. I'm so grateful for Facebook memory, baby. And when Facebook come back up and show you your memory, I'm like, oh damn. I'll be like, oh my God, hold on. I'm gonna have to put this, I'm gonna have to pause this for a minute so I can get it for y'all. Hold on. How do I pause this? Can I pause this? Okay. Let's go get it. Is it on here? There it is. Whoop, there it is. All right, I'm back. Okay, so let me show y'all this right quick. I'm gonna show y'all because y'all think I love the receipts. Y'all see that? 7/28/2016. I left on my business. I left my company making $1,000 to $2,000 a day to $1,200. You see that? My first check, and it took me 2 weeks. $1,200. You see that? $1,200. Then I made 17, then 8, then 19. Check this out. See that? I had to work. Through knowledge and understanding, a man creates wealth. So through working, through the knowledge and the understanding, them checks went up to what? My checks had went up to like 5,000. 5,000. Hello? You see these? The 15, I'm gonna tell y'all, with this particular company, when you have people to sign up, if they use a prepaid card, you only got $10. Oh, baby, they the best with my check. But check this out. Impact. Look at that. What that say? Impact. Baby, I've been doing this. I ain't new to this. I'm true to y'all new to me. I've been doing this. I could be living in a tent. What Sam learned from me, nobody can take that from her. Understand me and understand me well. What Sam learned from me, nobody can take that from her. Hello? How many years you got to work to make 85,000? Come on, man. Y'all stop playing. I'm just saying. Stop playing. How many years you got to work? Let's get back to it. Anyway, let me get back to what I was doing. I'm about impact. I ain't thinking about nothing else. Impact. What I make ain't your business. What I drive ain't your business. Where I live ain't your business. What I do, baby, I'm not a content creator. I don't need to be posting what I'm doing every day of my life. I don't need validation. I don't need validation or no pats on the back. I do a lot of stuff in silence when no one is cheering, no one is looking, no one is watching, no one is saying congratulations. I don't need that because I understand the principles. Hello? I don't need that. I understand the principles. Yes, I can start a business and make no money for a week or two. I know I'm sowing seeds and I'm going to reap the harvest because I've done it, did it, doing it. This is what happens when you stand on principle, when you understand and have faith in your ability in the faith, hello, of these systems, of the system, of the principle, of the kingdom laws, unmovable and unshakable. So please don't ask me what I make if you ain't willing to do what I've done and what I'm doing. People want to know why they ain't got no damn money. Because you want too much. You want the new car. You want 3 or 4 cars in your damn driveway. You want too much. Why you ain't got no damn money? You got 3 cars. You want too damn much. The rich have few wants. The rich have few wants. You want too damn much. You want all the white man's luxury. You got to have it posted on the internet for people to see it. Hey, look at me. Look what I got. Let me show you the price right quick. Let me show you I paid $7,000. Let me show you what I paid. But when it comes to learning something, investing in yourself so you can continue to chase the white man's luxuries and afford the white man's luxuries. Oh, no, that's a scam. Oh, I can't do that. I'm not good enough to make $1,000 in a day. I'm not good enough to make $2,000 in a day. But I'm good enough to chase the white man's luxury, post it on social media for a clap and a like. So people can say, ooh, I want to be like you. Ooh, I want to be like you. Ooh. Baby, I get on this live. I do plenty of, baby. Can you deal with the spiritual warfare on the mind when you building a business? Do you know what to speak out of your mouth when you get this mental mind play? Do you know how to keep going, keep working, keep investing? Even though the intrusive thoughts telling you, what you doing that for? That's stupid. Ain't nobody gonna do that. Why would anybody want to link up and do that? Why? Why would anybody buy that? Why would anybody do that? These are the intrusive thoughts. Do you know how to deal with the mental mind play? No, you quit. Oh, I'm done. That's hard. Baby, being broke is hard. Working until you 65 years old with nothing to show for it. That's hard. Using your youth, your energy, your own unique gift, skills, creativity on somebody else's job and building them up for the 40 years of your life. And look up with nothing to show for it. That's hard. Knocking on your children door at 60, 65, because now you got to go live with them because you chose not to move. You chose status over value. You chose status over value. Hello, when you become a person of value, money chase you down. You chose status over value. Now, when the people see you online selling your Louis, your Gucci, and all the things that you bought, now they call you broke. Oh, it must be broke. Because they ain't got no damn truth, no way. They fail to realize you got to have something to sell and for sale out here. This is simple economics. The people with money, they have something to sell and for sale of service and something to offer to a business. Consumers have nothing to sell. Nothing. They want more money to buy more things. They go put themselves in more debt to house their things. Oh, I need a bigger closet. I got too many damn clothes. So let me go pay an extra $700 a month in mortgage or rent so I can put my damn things. Come on, man. Y'all not willing. For the ones that's asking, you're not willing to do what I'm doing, what I've done, and what I stand on to get here. Stop playing. You got to start with a yes first. You got to start with a yes. If your whole existence and your whole movement is based off on what somebody else is doing, what's in somebody else's account, baby, you're not ready. Because I can lie to you. I got money coming from all different type of places. Once I show you what I got in my account, then what? Then what? Is it going to inspire you or you going to hate? These are the two things that go on out here in the world. People are inspired or they hate. This is what it creates. Inspiration or jealousy. This is what happens in this world. Hello, y'all ain't crazy. Y'all see what's going on? This is why people cheer people on when they doing bad. Oh, we're here for you. They see them living in a car, living in storage room, going through breakups, bad relationships. They cheer you on. See your head not calm, they happy. But as soon as that person notice and remember who they are and whose they are, start doing better, start applying principles, start sowing seeds, reaping harvest. Now you're mad at them. Now they've changed. Now you want God to humble them because they forgot where they came from. Now, while you was watching, you should have been working. You got people that watch it happen. You got people that make it happen, people that watch it happen, and people that wonder, what happened? My head went down. What happened? How did it blow up so fast? Ain't no blowing up fast, baby. It's work because you don't see what's going on behind the scenes. Hello? You don't see what's going on behind the scenes. You don't see it. You watching from it. Oh, you can't. You don't see what they're going on. You just see. You see the posts. You see them working. You see them talking about. But you don't see what they're doing behind the scenes. Baby, the same thoughts and intrusive thoughts that you get, we all get them too. I started my first business with a negative. I had a negative $249. I was zero. I was in the red when I started my first business. $249 in the red. Hello. But my first day in business, I made $2,000. First full week, $4,000. Second full week, $8,000. Why? Because I had some to sell, for sale, up service, something to offer to a business. I am money, something I know now that I didn't know then. But guess what? I had experience in that too. Because what I was doing for them, I decided to start my own business doing the same thing. Through knowledge and understanding, a man creates wealth. When I first started that job, I was horrible on the phones, baby. It took me it was over 3 months. It probably took me a good 6 months, 7 months, maybe 8 months to get the hang of it. They only kept me around because I had a positive attitude. Other than that, I was just getting my little hourly $17 an hour. I think I was probably bringing home like $600. I don't even remember. It wasn't much. Let's add it up. Let's add it up before I start hitting them commissions. Before I got some knowledge and some understanding. Yeah, hello. What I make $17, $17.50? One of them. That was over 13 years ago. $17.50. So I'll probably bring about $600 after taxes. You know, with the little hourly rate. But then when I started hitting commission, I was getting like $1,300, $1,400 a week. That still ain't nothing because I was making them a lot of money. But when I cut the middleman out, I made more. You see what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to say yes. And I know some of y'all about to feel like y'all about to bust up out of the scenes right now, because that's how I felt. If you about to bust out of your scenes right now because you know that you want more and you sick and tired of whatever this is, what this situation, this job, this same on, carrying on, drop a comment below. Because baby, that's how I felt. It just hits me. It'd be like, burn. And I'd be like, it seems like I'm doing things abruptly. That's how it seems. That's how it feels, like I'm doing things abruptly, right? Because when I told my husband, I don't think I want to do my business anymore. He was like, what, for real? What you gonna do? I was like, I don't know. 3 days later, I'm doing something else. Right? That's how abruptly it just be like, bam. You see what I'm saying? I couldn't do it no more. I couldn't give no more of my time, my energy, my wisdom to no more jobs because they wanted my life. They want your soul. They ain't want me to see about my kids, nothing. They don't want you to see about, oh no, you can't see about your kids. No, you're gonna see, they want you to send your children to school sick. If you get a call to pick your children up, they don't want you to pick them up. Like they be on some real BS. I cannot give my whole life. No, I can't. And because I left corporate America, cut out the middleman, guys, I create. God created you to create, baby. You came from a creator. So that's what you should be doing. Creating. Thank you guys so much for the likes. Creating every day. Every day you should be creating something. God gave us the power to obtain wealth. So many people sit back and they say, I'm waiting on God, baby. God waiting on you. God said, I will do exceedingly abundantly above all you can ask or think through the power that work it within you. They're working you. So God waiting on you, baby. That's why I make one step, God make 2,000. I'm not sitting up worried about no failure. And if I ain't gonna make it, I am protected. I'm health. I'm wealth. I'm abundance. I'm money. And I always make it. This is what comes out of my mouth every day. That's it. That's right, Lolo. It's waiting on your yes. God don't bombard your will. So all this stuff that the lies that people tell themselves, if God wanted me to have it, I have it. That's a lie. God blessing them and not blessing me. I'm just waiting on my turn. Baby, God has no respect of person. If you follow the principles, you'll participate in the promise. It's in the comments, Miss Walker. It's in the comments. Where you watching me from? Yeah, you're on Facebook. If you stroll in the comments, you'll see the link. God don't have no respect of person. So this is why so many people, they stick in their situations when they know they want to be in better situations. God ain't no genie. God is no genie. Hello, God ain't your genie. Oh, let me rub the genie. Lord, please. Rub the genie, Lord. Like, come on, man. Y'all gotta stop playing. Hello. You gotta stop playing. People pray all the time. People pray every day. Hello, listen. You got the law of the land and you got God's law. Principle law, kingdom law, spiritual law. The laws. You have to stand on laws. When I was little and my mom got sick when I was very young, my dad left. Water was cut off, baby. We prayed. Everybody didn't pray that the water come back on, lights, whatever. And ain't no lights came on or no water came on until somebody paid their bill. That's the way it works. You call the people, say, hey, y'all gonna be cutting my lights off. You call the people, tell them they're gonna cut your lights off. Call the people, say, hey, y'all say that y'all gonna come get my car today if I don't pay the car note. But I pray to God. And I'm praying that God lay it upon y'all heart that y'all don't come take my car. People say, oh, okay, you pray? Yes, I pray. Okay, well, it says here that you owe us $1,300. And we don't care who you pray to, ma'am. If you don't pay us this money, we come and get your car. Oh, Lord, baby, they come to get that car. They don't care who you pray to. Let me see. Y'all know I'm live on all social media platforms. Church only praying for congregation. For not providing or directing them. Exactly. Listen, don't y'all make me talk about the church. I can't talk about that on here. But listen, what I don't like that so many people condemn themselves. Church people, baby, condemn themselves, condemn. Other people condemn you. You ain't good enough. You ain't worthy for the blessings of the Lord. This is why God put these systems in place. And the church don't talk about kingdom laws. The church don't talk about God's principle. The church don't talk about it. They don't. The church talk about you're in sin. God is not going to hear your prayer. So you need to give me your money so I can pray for you. That's the church. Okay. God's kingdom laws in the system is incorruptible. God put the kingdom laws here for everybody, and anybody can use them. Anybody can utilize them. It don't matter if you saved or not. It don't matter what you think of yourself or what other people think of you. It don't matter. It don't matter. That's why you see some low down giant turkeys around. You be like, damn, that mug dirty, low down than a mug, and you call them blessed. No, they following principle. And anybody that take part in the principle can participate in the promise because it's a kingdom law. It doesn't matter what you do, how you move. God is not a God of emotions, and the principle is not based off emotions. You can cry all day. It don't matter. Ain't nothing finna move them principles but principles. So whatever business I'm doing, whatever work I'm doing, I'm applying the law of seed time and harvest. I know if I sow my seed, I'm gonna reap the harvest. Hello. When I'm getting these intrusive thoughts, I'm standing on the law of faith. I ain't got them intrusive thoughts, ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm making the moves before I even know what's gonna happen. I don't wait and say, wait, I'm gonna do a poll and see how many people gonna purchase my product before I create it. I don't do that. I do what I gotta do. When God gave me this download to create my DNA system, my training, I just did it, guys. I just moved. Oh my God. I just moved on it. I just followed the instructions. I was obedient to the downloads. I spent the money. I did what needed to be done. I spent over $7,000 creating this training. I didn't wait to say, well, you know what? I want to make sure people gonna buy it first. Oh, I want to, like, no. Hello, I ain't gotta do that. So it's too many people out here that holler, God, and go to church every Sunday, but lack faith. They don't understand the power that they have, that they were given, and they're not standing on principles. You start standing on these principles, you will see the change. Hello, you gotta and listen. I don't listen. Let me show you. I want to let that.
It really just changed me. I never came across you on TikTok. I would have never made all of this possible. You just set a spark in me. And just me coming across you. Look at it now. What has it been 28 days and I got a freaking office, I got a website, all these things going on. Baby, I started listening to them kingdom principles. I said, man, kingdom principles changed my life. Right? I joined the Wake Up and Win because I had been listening to you with the Kingdom Prayer. I catch you online. And then I was like, I joined the Wake Up and man, I mixed some kingdom principles with that Wake Up and Win. And it was like, boom. It was like a magic combustion, baby. I said, shit.
Kingdom principles. I don't listen. I don't tell y'all to do nothing I'm not doing. I live by this, baby. I practice this every day. Hello, I'm standing on principles every day. I ain't worried about what they doing out here in this world. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. God gave me dominion over my own life, over my own circumstances. God told me that my gifts will make room for me, and they have, and they continue to. God gave me a tongue that speaks blessings or cursings. Hello, and whether you know it or not, it still applies to you. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. So I know I got a tongue that speaks blessings. Why would I speak anything else outside of that? Why would I allow what I see with my natural eye to dictate how I move? Hello? Because that natural eye, baby, yeah. If you go by what you see with your natural eye, ain't nobody on my life. I want to be a content creator, but ain't nobody liking my stuff, so I'm gonna stop posting. Ain't nobody watching my live video, so I'm just gonna get out. Baby, I know I'm sowing a seed. I'm following principle. So everybody can drop off here, fall off. I'm gonna talk until I'm done talking because I'm following a principle. I understand the principle law. Hello? I understand the law. I understand the law of vibration. Seed and harvest, faith over stewardship, faith over look. I understand these laws, so I stand on them. And being as that I understand the law, I don't waste my money. I invest my money. Hello, being as that I understand the law, I don't spend all my money on crap and come on here to show it to people so they can think I'm all that in a bag. What does that do me? This is why principle. This ain't got nothing to do with a blessing of God bless me, because principle. I apply principle, therefore I'm ruler over more. Hello, ruler, faithful over little, rule over much, no matter what it is. If it's you faithful over the one customer that you have, and now you have more customers, multiplication, law of multiplication. Hello, law of proportional return. Hello, I understand the law of proportional return. This is why anything that I create is going to be created with clarity and quality. Quality and clarity. The quality and the clarity of the seed affects the speed and the abundance of the harvest. I understand that. So I don't put out mess. Hello? I don't put out mess. The people that be on your, when you be live or you got a post up and they under your comments trying to steal your cuss, oh, I can do that for cheaper. I can do that. They're not following a law. They're not following a law. And they move, and the reason why they gotta move like that, because they're not receiving no harvest. They're not receiving harvest, baby. That's why they gotta go and poach, try to poach other people's customers because they're not receiving a harvest. I wouldn't dare fool with nobody under somebody else's post talking about what they can do for cheaper. You a giant turkey. Let's just keep real. You are a giant turkey, period. And this is why this is why so many people purchase mentorship from me. Because they didn't got with some jive turkey. I ain't got to go on under nobody post. I don't chase. I attract. Because I'm going to stand on these principles. It's a predictive result. Hello. So when you get certified, when you stand on faith, the law of faith, the law of seed time and harvest, investing in yourself, because you understand through knowledge and understanding man creates, you got to get some knowledge and understanding. So when you invest in this course, $400, right? You're learning something. Okay, I'm doing this so I can learn, because I know through knowledge and understanding a man creates wealth. I'm putting myself in position to make a bag. I'm doing the first step. I know God is going to do 2,000. Period. Hello. I'm going to purchase marketing material and start marketing my business and sowing seeds into my business. I'm going to spend $20 a week on ads. Hello? Because you tell your money what to do. Money can be a horrible master, can be a loyal servant, or a horrible master. Period. Horrible master is what got you out here in debt, spending all your money, taking your refrigerator and getting another one that got a TV on it because of social. That's a horrible master, baby. Putting yourself in debt for a look, that's a horrible master. Now you held prisoner by your own greed. By your own greed. Now you ain't got no life. You working 2 or 3 jobs just to be able to keep up with that mess you didn't put in your house or on your back or what you drive. I don't need to watch no refrigerator. What for? I'm gonna cook and I'm gonna get the hell out of that kitchen. Hello? I don't need my washer or dryer to sing to me. I don't need Alexa to play not one song for me. No, I tell my money what to do. Hey, I need money right here. I'm investing money here, and it's gonna bring me more servants to serve me because I'm telling my money what to do. You told your money to go bring you some food, it's gonna bring you some food. You told bring me a washing machine, there it is. When you already got one, it works perfectly. It works. You got a good washing machine too. You got a good deep freezer, man. That deep freezer is and it worked good. I'm looking at my deep freezer update. I think we had that damn deep freezer for probably about 15 years. It worked good, blow snowball. My husband cleaned it out the other day. I'm like, damn, what did he do deep freezer a long time? It ain't got no handle on it. The handle that came out. But that thing worked good. It snowballs. Do you hear me? I'm not replacing that refrigerator because it's white. I'm not replacing my deep freezer because it's white, baby. In the world, the people that's broke, because of their own greed, chasing this stuff, told me I need one that's chrome because for some reason, I don't know what tier that put me in if I got a a chrome deep freezer. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't care. Ain't that a fool for to go out here and tell me I need to upgrade my deep freezer for a chrome one? For what? Listen, y'all ain't ready. Y'all was not ready. You're not ready to deny yourself to get you to the next level. Okay? I've denied myself plenty of times and did things that didn't make sense to me. Like, this don't make no sense, but I'm doing it anyway. But then it all started to make sense because it all started to come together. Me leaving my business to start working on it, that didn't make sense to me. But pretty soon, my checks they got started getting up there. I went off into creating my own thing again. Guys, that little money that I could have been trying to hold on to when God trying to elevate me to something else and better. Come on. You got to stop thinking about what it is that this is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want. I'm trying to make $15,000 in a week with that online company. I was working hard trying to get it. I couldn't get past 5. I heard time to go for it. You got to go. Time to move. I'm like, no, I can't go nowhere. I got to stay right here. I'm trying to hit this goal of $15,000. That's what I'm trying to hit. I'm trying to hit it. I quickly learned that this life is not about me. It's about other people. Okay? It's about other people. Hello? You got people out here living in their car, living in storage rooms, can't afford medicine, all type of stuff. And you worried about having 5, 6 cars, living in the biggest house, having the most bags and the most watches. Oh my gosh. Ain't nothing wrong with you having some things. But when your whole life is just on things, you ain't thinking about nobody. You got trillionaires out here, baby. They ain't thinking about nobody. Nobody. Nothing. Only themselves. This life is not about you. This opportunity, I can reach back and pull other people with me, which I have done. Every opportunity I do, I'm pulling people with me. I got to pull people with me. You're able to do that. Like the young lady asking about the instructor course. As an instructor, yes, she can reach back and pull other people with her. Your vibe bring your tribe. Everybody ain't vibing with me. Everybody don't like my vibe, right? But they like your vibe. They're waiting on you to pop out. So you got to stop thinking whatever the things the bad things that you're thinking about yourself, stop. It don't matter how you look, all the things that we just say to ourselves. I gotta look this way, I gotta talk this way, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. All that stuff don't matter, baby. Your vibe brings your tribe. So if you decide to be an instructor in this industry, you add on 10 plus streams of income to yourself. 10 plus streams. 10 plus streams. Collect. So you're doing the collections only, the lab, they do the test. Unless you get a clear waiver. You get a clear waiver, then you can do point of care testing for non-DOT. Non-DOT. So as a specimen collector, guys, the one that's $400, you get DOT, non-DOT, and the mock exam. A lot of companies offer it separately, right? They got the DOT, 900, the mock exam, 700. I can show y'all the proof. I got it if you want to see it. Right? Everything is separately. Listen, for a quick money, because a lot of people do, for a quick money grab, I could split up my DOT and non-DOT. I could say, okay, the DOT is 250. I mean, the non-DOT is 250. The DOT is 300. I can do that for a quick money grab because I know people are cheap. People want to level up, but they don't really want to invest in themselves. So I can screw the people over and say, here, I'll give you non-DOT for $250 when I know damn well that does you a disservice. Because my student that got that call for that bus company, she was like, oh, if she was only certified to do non-DOT because a jive turkey, if I decided to be a jive turkey, if I would have been a jive turkey, she'd be like, oh, I can't do that because I'm only certified for non-DOT. Come on, man. Come on. But people do that. That does you a disservice for me to do that, right? It's up. Listen, at the end of the day, people do what they do. I move a little different. Me just certifying you for non-DOT so I can get a little change in my pocket. I told you I don't have to chase no damn money. I'm money. I'm money. Unmovable and unshakable, baby. I'm money. Period. I ain't got to change. I ain't got to do that. So you get both. You come out here equipped, certified, qualified, confident. Hello, you ain't got to leave no money on the table because you decided to invest it up front. Hello, invest in yourself. $400, DOT, non-DOT. You get the mocks. Hello, you get the lab part, the information to set up with your labs, a list of labs that you can partner with to get all your free supplies. You send them the specimen and let them do the analysis. Hello, you ain't got to do all that. You can focus on what you're doing, the collections. Hello, payment plans available, Sigil Shop Pay, Klarna, as well as Afterpay. What up? I have a lot of stuff in my training. Matter of fact, let's go over what I got in my training. Let's do that. Let me pull this up right quick. Let's go to my training. Let's go to my, oh no, this ain't what I want. Let's go to my training. I put so much stuff in my training. A lot of helpful tips in the community, right? If you guys decide that you want to get off into government contracts, I have the information in there as well for that. If you want to get off into government contracts, hello. Scripts to call. If you want to email or call lawyers, doctors, drivers, and more, that's in there. And then that's in there. If you want to set up with TPAs, that's in there. MROs, that's in there. Information if you want to get set up as a vendor for Delta, UPS, that's in there. I had a student had a contract with Delta and UPS. The bag is out here. How to get your clear waiver. What to do when you have an instant, like I got a lot of stuff in here, right? It's a lot of stuff. But you don't have to worry about those things yet. I'm just letting you know. Everything you need is in here. It's step by step by step. Go to my testimonials. My students tell you, hello, how was the training? Everything's in there, step by step. And matter of fact, when you get into my training in my community, you're going to check your message box. And you're going to have a message right there from me telling you where to start, how to get around the training so you won't be left wondering what to do next. The only people that ask, what do I do next, are the people that didn't watch this one video, this first video that tells them everything to do. Them the only people, right? But all of it is there, step by step. And when you get in here, you're going to take a DOT and a non-DOT, the written part, the written exam, right? I have people that come in here and they pass their written exam within an hour of registering for the course. This is the information, this is the knowledge, this is the understanding, right? And then they take the final exam. It's digital. Everything is done digital. They have to make at least 85% on there. That's it. Once they pass that, then they start looking at the mock videos, right? If you don't pass the physical exam, you just go right back in there and take it again, which there should be no reason you don't pass this test. I'm just saying, but hey, whatever. Then you start studying for your mock exam. I have it here filling out the CCF form during the mock exam. I give you a step-by-step on how to do that. You have the temperature out of range video. How to do the temperature out of range. That video is literally 7 minutes. That's the longest video in training. An uneventful collection, a shy bladder, a donor refused to sign. Hello. So you'll do 5 collection scenarios on the mock. We will meet via Zoom. So you got temperature out of range. You're going to do 2 uneventuals, a shy bladder, and a donor refused to sign. The donor refused to sign, I asked you, what do you do if a donor refused to sign? And the answer is, I write in the remarks section, donor refused to sign. If they don't print their name, you can print their name under the printed part. That's it. Remarks, I put in the remarks section, donor refused to sign. It's not hard. I have pricing for your test. If you want different prices you can charge for, that's in there. Guys, I have a lot of information here. For the ones that take the trainer course, I have a training in there for you guys. The trainer course, all you have to do, if you want to be a trainer, you have to prove that you can train yourself. So basically, for the trainer course, you just really duplicate what I have in mind. It's not hard. Marketing strategies. Hello, marketing strategies. It's in the training. Hello, steps to take before you start calling the lab. I'll show you how to set up your business, how to fill out the clear waiver if you want to do that, right? The information is in here. Hello. Hello, it's in here. So everything you need is in here. Payment plans are available. Sizzle, Shop Pay, Klarna, as well as Afterpay. Okay? Sizzle, Shop Pay, Klarna, as well as Afterpay. And if you want to be a collector plus trainer, with that, that's if you want to train your own employees for expansion, train other people, employees, start your own virtual training center from the comfort of your own home, sell your own courses as another stream of income. That's $600. You open up 10 streams of income for yourself as an instructor, right? So the bread is out here. However, if you know you don't want to worry about other people, just be a collector. Don't be a jive turkey instructor. Please don't. There's enough of them out here. Don't you be one. Listen, you can go make your bag, go to the house. You ain't got to talk to nobody. Nobody. You ain't got to say nothing to nobody. You ain't got to train nobody. You ain't got to talk to nobody. You ain't got to make your money in peace. Go home. Okay? But as an instructor, you got to put a training together for your people. You can't block them when they ask you a question. Now, you're going to have boundaries, right? You ain't they go-to if they beck and call, right? You have a training already set up for them. You have maybe decided you want to have a community for them where they can have community support, right? Like my students, if they're out in the field and say if this is their first time doing a collection and they out in the field, they can contact me, say, hey, I need to make sure I'm doing this right. CCF, urgent stuff like that. But you have a community for them. You ain't got to be at they beck and call. You see what I'm saying? You ain't their mama. You ain't got to be at they beck and call. But I'm just saying, make sure you have something laid out for them where they can succeed, right? Fish tank from the head down. I feel like however I treat you guys, that's how you should treat your people. You see how I had a girl told me, Coach Portia, I want my training to be, I want my stuff set up like yours, be a person of integrity, right? Because that's what it is. You want to be a person of integrity out here. Because other people going to tell folks how you did them. Period. Some people be scared. They won't say nothing, But you got people they'll tell. They're going to tell the people how you did them. You can't just take these people money, man, and be okay with being a jive turkey. That's why I don't understand how these jive turkeys and these scammers out here be getting $1,500. $1,500. It's scam. I know why. They may be showing payment proof. They may be talking about how much they make. They may be showing their bank account, stuff that people be trying to get me to do. I'm not showing you my bank account. It's unethical. It ain't got nothing to do with you. I know these type of things. I'm offering a product or a service. Like, I don't want you signing up, registering for my course because I showed you my bank account. Like, no, because that ain't gonna get you nowhere. You got to do what you got to do. Hello? Point blank in the period. Any questions? Any questions out there in the house tonight? Any questions? Oh, let's go over this right quick. Guys, so you don't need a brick and mortar to do this. You do not need a brick and mortar to do this. You will start off as a mobile collector. I advise you guys to start off as a mobile collector, right? One, you keeping your overhead low. You don't want to add on that stress or pressure right out the gate, right? Build your clientele. Two, if you've been working a job since you were 16, 17, 18 years old, sitting in one spot from 9 to 5 or 7 to whatever time, you may not be feeling that as an entrepreneur. Okay. One of my students, Dana, she got her location and she was like, Coach Portia, when I first opened my location, I was showing up late and leaving early. But then people started expecting her to be there because if they Google testing near me, they see her location. And if it says that she's open from 9 to 5, they expected her to be there from 9 to 5. From 9 to 5. Okay. So she had to start doing right. You see what I'm saying? So you don't feel like sitting still at a location like that, then you're gonna want to move around. And I thought about this last night when I had my office before I started doing anything online. I enjoyed not having to show up to my office, right? Because everything was online. I could just do what I need to do from the house, from my phone, and I ain't have to just, like with me, I had to talk to people on the phone, right? With my business, I had to talk to people on the phone, call people. Like I'm cold calling. No one knows I'm calling. No one knows I'm calling unless they're a repeat. I'm calling them back, letting them know, hey, this is what we're doing. You want to do it away. So I enjoyed that freedom. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed that freedom of not going to my office, and stuff like that, and needing to be there and waiting them, so because I had my phone lines there, people call, whatever. Anyway, so I enjoyed that freedom, right? You will enjoy that freedom. And guys, you have to realize you are a benefit out here as a mobile collector, because companies need you to show up to their location because you're making things more convenient for them, and you're making sure that they stay in compliance. Okay, you're making sure that they stay in compliance, right? So that's what they need, because 9 times out of 10, the companies that you talk to, they will be out of compliance. Why? Because they're chasing the bag. Okay, you got a company, y'all already know. How do your boss, how do the people act at your job when you got to call off? Come on, y'all, comment below. How do they act when people call off work? They be mad. That's why they threaten people with the point system, right? So if they are doing a job and they get a notification that 5 of their employees need to leave to go get a test, that's a problem, because now you putting a damn damper in a disruption in their workflow, they money flow. Let's keep it real. They got projects they got to complete, deadlines they have to meet, and they need all boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. They need boots on the ground, baby. So this is why auditors exist. Auditors exist because companies do things wrong, not because they do things right, because they're out of order, right? So this is why they exist. I can tell you from personal experience and transparency. When me and my husband first started our trucking company, he was the only driver at the time, only driver, right? So I get a notification that he need to go get a random test. That's not happening, and it didn't happen because we got to complete this work. We can't. And my husband will work like he 6 people. You see what I'm saying? So we will be having a lot. Like he'll be trying to pull 10 containers out of the rail. You know what I'm saying? Before they get a per diem, a storage fee, right? So we try to pull, like, listen, I'm just keeping it real. So this is how I know 9 times out of 10, the companies that you talk to will be out of compliance because they don't know when the auditor going to show up. So when you come and you talk to them about compliance, audits, checks, yes, okay, wait a minute. You may not understand everything yet, but you're telling them something that they know off rip. They understand. So they're at attention. They're listening. Okay, you can come here. Yeah, and we'll make sure all your documentation is audit ready. Y'all hear me? The lingo. Make sure all your documentation is audit ready. Hello, audit ready. We come to you so you can keep your boots on the ground. Hello. So don't run off and get a building right away. Stay mobile. That way you get into this industry and you decide that after a week you don't want to show up, there's no pressure because you haven't not put overhead. You know what I'm saying? You ain't barred yourself down with unnecessary bills. You see what I'm saying? Make the money. Make money. Be flexible. Go out here and dominate in this space. Because these Quest, LabCorp, Concentra, like those places like that, Concentra, they are urgent care. You see what I'm saying? So when people go to them, they got to sit 4 and 5 hours because they're there with other people. They're not just there for testing. So you are already making yourself valuable and a valuable player in this industry by staying mobile right now. You see what I'm saying? That's what they need. Any questions? Any questions? Let me see what she says. I have a question. Please inbox me. I'm unable to copy and paste. Okay, send me a message. Send me a message, Miss Walker, and then I reply back to your message. Any questions, guys? Any questions? At the end of the day, getting certified is not hard, guys. It's not. The test is not hard. The hard part is getting you out of your feelings. Feelings and fear is what keeps people in the struggle. We just got to keep it real. Where do I start? In the link tree in my bio, in my profile. And everybody that registers today, you're going to get your supplies for your mock exam free from me. If you look on social media, all I see is people, oh my gosh, people talking about how they're struggling, how they can't afford groceries, and all type of stuff, right? They see the light bill going up, all these different things. And they don't even know what to do. Like they don't have a plan B, right? Guys, this is the perfect time to learn a new skill while you're at your peak. Don't get involved with the other people and just be okay and think that, oh, well, this is America. Everybody's struggling right now. That's not true. Everything is done online. That's not true. Everybody ain't struggling. Everybody ain't broke. I ain't struggling. Everybody's not struggling. But you gotta have something to offset what's going on out here, baby. Inflation is inflationing. You see what I'm saying? Inflation is, baby, it's happening. But is your rate going up? Did they go up on your hourly rate? How can I start? Click the link tree in my bio to get started. Did they go up on your hourly rate? They're not gonna do that. Now they talking about the man talking about having some doggone federal housing for people. Man, I be damn. Do y'all not see what's going on? Y'all gonna have to stand on some principles around here, baby. You're gonna have to stand on some laws around here. You're gonna have to start knowing who you are and whose you are around here. Cause I be damn. I don't care who the president is, who the government, I don't care. God said my gifts gonna make room for me, and they have for the past 13 and a half years, comfortably. I receive a download every day. I'm always creating. Guys. ABC. Always be created. I'm always creating. I'm gonna show up for work. Listen, I don't get off into the views and all that. Baby, that don't mean, I'm telling you, that doesn't mean anything. Show up. Apply. Let me go. Look. I've been doing this for 2 years. Over 2 years, I think. Let me tell y'all something about me. Although I love what I do, I don't have to do anything where I'm not making no money. I'm just saying, I don't have to do anything where I'm not making money. If you go look on my page, I don't get a lot of views on my stuff. I get the same amount of views everybody else get, probably even less. That don't mean anything, guys. I'm following a principle. I'm sowing the seeds. You got to get out of your feelings. Everybody starts at zero. Hello? Everybody starts at zero. Matter of fact, I had a mock exam with a young lady on Friday. Man, I'm telling y'all, man, you just got to put yourself in position. She was marketing. Look, she hadn't even took her mock exam yet. She went to a location. I forgot what she said the location was. But she was telling the lady, that, she's certified or getting certified to do it. She was just asking them about drug testing. And the lady said, well, can you come tomorrow? Because, the holiday, Labor Day, after the holiday, baby, everybody getting tested. And she said, oh, well, I'll be ready. I ain't got certified yet. The lady was ready to put her to work. Do you understand me? Ready to put her to work. She said, the security guard asked me, how many people did they tell you need to test? She said, they told me about 10. She said, the man told her, no, it's going to be about 20 people. I need to contact her and get an update on that. But I'm just telling y'all, man, the bread is out here. It is so, it's just what I'm seeing lately of my students that's getting started, taking their magazine, like getting into the industry. Things are moving quickly for them. You see what I'm saying? I know what can be done out here. Point blank in a period. I know what can be done out here. I know what can be done out here. Y'all think I be playing. Wait a minute, where my stuff at? Hold on 1 second. Listen, I know what can be done out here. I understand that. And the people that's investing in themselves, believing in themselves, following a law that they may not even know that they're activating. It's happening. Ignorance of the law is no excuse, whether you know it or not. It's still a law. You parked in that parking spot. Oh, I'm sorry. Please don't give me a ticket, please. I didn't know I couldn't park here. Oh, well, we're not mad at you, but it's the law. Here go your ticket. Here go your $200 ticket that you got to pay. You see what I'm saying? Ignorance of the law is no excuse, guys. So you got in what's going on in what's going on in this world today, baby. You gonna have to understand the law. You gotta understand the law, guys. You gotta, in about a week. Let me see. Let me check my guy right quick. Hold on. Let me go to my account right quick and see when he'll be done with this. I'm just gonna say about a couple of weeks. In a couple of weeks, you guys will be able to purchase Kingdom Laws with Coach Portia. 30 laws that you need to know, understand, stand on, activate. And what's going on today? You need to know the laws. Period. Spiritual laws. It ain't talking about the law of the land. You know them. Because you ain't finna speed and you gonna put that seatbelt on. Yeah. Because you're following the law. But if you want to make it, elevate in life, business, relationship, money, whatever, you need to understand these kingdom laws. This is what's missing. This is what's missing. People say, what's missing in people's life is God. People don't have God. Yeah, you don't have God. You don't have them systems. You got people that know God, with God, pray to God every day, all day, struggling because you're not following the law. Hello? You got people that try to go and kiss up to the teacher. Oh, yeah, I love you so much. They call them, oh, you just trying to be a teacher's pet. Baby, you can do all the performances that you want to. If you ain't following the law, baby, nothing moves. When you get done crying, that gate ain't finna unlock for you because you have not followed the law. Oh, Lord, I just want my business to grow. So I just want all the customers. Please send me customers. Please. Please, who? Please, what? What? That doesn't move God. Because God is not a God of emotion. Principle. Y'all got to stand on these laws. Any questions? I'm just saying, man. Y'all got to, y'all see what's going on out here in this world. And you do not have to allow whatever happened to just happen. You ain't got to sit up and be complacent. Hello? Being complacent. Oh, we're all doomed. Who all doomed? I'm not. You got a whole tongue and you just said you doomed? You got a whole tongue that speak blessings and cursing. And you literally use your energy in your mouth to say you are doomed. Wow. What is going on here? Why can't you speak positivity out of your mouth? Hello? I'm just wondering. That's why y'all need these kingdom laws. You need them. There's 30 principles, 30 laws, 30. You need to learn them, baby. I'm on these laws. Understand me. Matter of fact, if I had these kingdom laws, I wouldn't have finished my DNA training. Because the mental warfare, baby. But I had to stand on some laws. Y'all don't even understand everything that goes on behind the scenes, creating any products. Hello, especially tangible. No. No. It's a lot that go on behind the scenes. But when I tell y'all I was locked in and on kingdom time, I was on kingdom time. Time collapse. It's like what God speed things up, right? Where what would take 10 years to do something, you can do it in a year. You can do it in 30 days, whatever. I went and looked up all the steps that I took to create my training. This was my first time ever looking at it. And baby, when I looked at it, I was like, damn, I did all that. I didn't skip not one step. There was no shortcut. I had to do every single step. Hello? And it takes a year to 3 years to do what I did in 4 months. Kingdom time. Kingdom time. Because I'm activating and I'm standing on these principles. It's a long story, y'all. Where you go for the online course, you'll be in my community. It's the school app, SKOOL. So that's where you'll receive the training. Everything is online. It's layers, man. It's layers to this because you can start a business. You can start your business and you say, oh yeah, you can write your manifestations down, make $50,000 a week. I made $50,000 a week. I made $50,000 a week. I made $50,000. I made $50,000. You know, write your manifestations down, speak them. But where's the work? Where's the law of seed and harvest? Right? Okay, I'm doing the law of seed and harvest. But now I know I sold my seed, but now I'm mad and I'm upset because where is my harvest? Where is it? Where is this? I'm ready for this. I'm ready for that. Then you start speaking negativity out of your mouth because you're ready for it to come. Just like that. So now you're not even activating the law of faith because what you just sold, you don't even believe you'll reap a harvest from it. There's layers. There's layers to this. And during this process, babe, I had to stand on some laws. I had to speak some affirmations. I had to say provision, provision, provision. Hello? Baby, the tariffs is tariffing for everybody. Understand me? And understand me well. The tariffs is tariffing for everybody. Right? I had to deal with tariffs too. Right? But because I know what to speak, I know what to say. Know what to allow flow out of my mouth. I know what to believe. Hello, handled, baby. Provision, provision, provision. And I'm like, ain't no way in the world God gave me this type of download and it ain't come. No, this ain't finna be an issue. Not this. This ain't finna be an issue. It is not an issue. You see what I'm saying? Are you willing to play for it when you don't see exactly what you want to see with your natural eye? And when I tell you the way God started uncovering things for me as I made the steps, because a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff I'm doing behind the scenes, I didn't even know these things existed. I'm like, what? I didn't even know that was a thing. I told y'all, where focus goes, energy flows. So when you get certified, you're gonna be like, damn, I didn't even know this existed. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know I can do this. I didn't know I can do that. Right? You got to get yourself in position to receive those money-making ideas, witty ideas, your downloads, baby. I'm in perfect alignment because I ain't gonna wait. I know. I'm always expecting. I'm always in expected mode, not praying and wondering. I know. I'm always expecting because I'm always following the law. That gives me a predictive result, guys. I'm always expecting. I'm not anxious. Understand me? It's a knowing. I have a feeling of knowing. I don't know how I got here, but I'm here. I can't even tell you. I really don't know how I got here, but I've been practicing mindset for about 5 years. So I'm saying, I don't know how I got to this part of unmovable, unshakable faith. I just know, you know what I'm saying? But because I vibrate at that level. Hello, I told y'all, watch what come out your mouth, baby. We are all vibration, code, and spirit. Don't forget who you are. I know you see this flesh, but you are spirit. Hello, having a human experience. And just because you having a human experience, you ain't got to go and do what all most humans do. Complain and scared and fear and scarcity and lack. You ain't got to do it. Spirit, vibration, and code. That's what we are. Hello? So you got to watch what come out your mouth. Period. How are you moving? You got to do things a certain type of way. Hello, you gotta do stuff a certain type of way. You can't wait and see what's gonna happen. You just do it. My husband told me, he's like, do you know how much money you spending on everything? I'm like, I don't know. He was like, you need to write down the numbers. You need to write down the numbers and see what you're spending. Make sure you write down your numbers. See what you're spending. I'm just doing it. Okay, I'm doing it. Done. Pay it. Like, that's just how I move. That's how I move, bro. I ain't telling y'all to move way that I ain't move. That's just how I move. I don't be worried about all that extra stuff, what I can't do and what I ain't gonna make. Baby, please. That's not how I operate. That's not how I move. That's not how I think. I'm doing it. I'm gonna follow the law. Period. Anyway, any questions before I leave the line today? Any questions? Let me see. We over here on all social media platforms. Y'all know we can't talk or say the names over here because TikTok be jealous.